Time for our success story, a place to celebrate local businesses and the work they're doing. Today we visit a company that says it can help you sleep, support your immune system, and more through tea. This is Nature's Tea Company.
This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities. Success Story.
I'm Lisa Gross with Nature's Tea Company. So I did it for my kids because I wouldn't let them drink the sugary drinks. I came up with this idea. They could have cranberry juice, they could have water, or we could make tea. So then our family would come over and they kept drinking the tea. And I'm like, stop it. Stop drinking the tea up. You all can have all the other crap. And they said, well, Lisa, this is really, really, really good. Bottle it, we'll buy it. You should sell this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not selling this stuff. Drink the other crap. Leave this for the kids. So then, of course, the family kids would come over and they're like, Titi, sell this. We really, really like this. And they would take it back home with them. And I'm like, okay, y'all, stop it. And they're like, hey, Lisa, whatever that is, you got to hit there. I've never had any tea like that in my life. It's real smooth. It's really, really great. Sell it. You got to hit on your hands. And I looked at Kevin and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's just tea. And he's like, Lisa, you know, people keep saying it. You think we should try it? We should go for it? And I'm like, I don't know. If you want to, you can do it. I got to go to work. Because at the time I'm working a full-time job. I'm like, I got to go to work. If you want to do it, do it. Bottle the juice, bottle the tea, whatever you want to call it. He's like, what do we call it? I'm like, I don't know. It's natural. Everything I put in is natural. Let's call it Nature's Tea. So we did.
Well, it's interesting. You know, when people ask you once, can they buy it? Okay, great. When more and more people, but when there's a line of people beating the drum, hey, where is this stuff? You can only decide to either keep giving it away or start to bottle it. So we started to bottle the product in February of 2018. And so we started doing farmers markets in April of 2018. From there, we went to Georgetown Market. That was our very first store in September of 2018. And then we got into a large chain in Chicago in 2019 of February. And I could bore you with the details. It sounds easy. This is the hardest thing we've ever done as a family or as an individual. Getting into stores and shelf space is very, very difficult. But we've managed to do that. We've made it through a pandemic. And now we're in a lot of different stores, and now we have 7 flavors as opposed to the 2 we started with. Well, I think the thing that surprised me the most is how difficult it was. As a consumer, you walk in the store and you see thousands and thousands of items in the store, and you don't really understand the backstory of how they got to the shelf. So that process of going from, hey, I got a great product, to, hey, would you put it in the store, to, is there any available shelf space, to, how do I keep the shelf space? That walk is, when you don't know, I always say you don't know what you don't know. Well, I didn't know any of that, and there was no one to call, there was no one to talk to, so I had to learn how to negotiate that path. So that's what we're doing now. About a year ago, I got this grand idea that we should be in a stadium. Now, I'm going to bore you with some details. You think getting into stores is hard? Getting into stadiums and places like that is darn near impossible. So we're at the Combine. We had a weekend at the Combine, and the NFL is here, and they're touting how they're helping small businesses, African-American businesses. And so I stood up and said, hey, no one's helping me. And we had an article in Forbes magazine that talked about how I was not happy with the Indianapolis Colts for not giving me a chance. We got a phone call. We had some meetings. They tried our beverages. They loved them. And here we are. We're proud partners of the Indianapolis Colts. Our future is very, very bright. We feel that with our brand being low sugar or zero sugar, made with real fruit, no dyes, no additives, if you will, we think that that's a market for people who want to have a healthier beverage. There's nothing better than meeting a new client who loves our product. It never gets old. Never gets old. Whether they're a baby or an older person. It never gets old to see the smile in their face, and they're genuinely surprised when they drink our drinks and Either they don't believe it's tea, or what kind of juice is in it, or all these other questions that are favorable from our standpoint, because we're trying to make that mark, well, it'll be a drink that they'll love and continue to purchase.
That is today's Business Equity and Opportunities. Thanks to all of the guests who shared their stories. If you'd like more information about the topics on today's show, find the links on our website. Scan the QR code right now. It'll get you straight to VEOshow.com. While you're there, look for segments from the past from each of these 7 weekly topics. Watch them, download them, share them with the buttons right underneath through social media. Listen to and subscribe to our Business Equity and Opportunities podcast on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Subscribe to that. Also, subscribe to our newsletter that we update every Tuesday. And if you have questions or a success story, we'd like to hear it. Send us an email at veo@wishtv.com. Remember, support your local small business this holiday season, and we'll see you next week for more Business Equity and Opportunities. Till then, I'm Scott Sander. Have a great day.
Business, Equity, and Opportunities made possible by InnoPower, Bose McKinney & Evans, Gemco, Fifth Third Bank, and Indiana University, Indianapolis.